Greetings, fellow language lovers, dare I say linguophiles, and people who like languages, polyglots, linguists, and whatnot. I'm making another video today about languages. Here's the agenda. Alright? Basically, here's the idea I'm going to be talking about today. The idea is learning many languages at a very shallow level. Someone who, from my experience in the language community, someone like Mcormick, who I've got a great deal of respect for now, but from what I've seen, he learns a lot of languages at a very shallow level because of just the sheer scope of what the languages he's learning. Or, on the other hand, like there's a lot of people out there who will learn 3 or 4 languages at a very in-depth level and have a very high level of proficiency. Now, basically, this is not a new topic, all right? Like all the topics these people like, we talk about, and when I say we, I mean people who are like I subscribe to and people who like languages. It's not a new topic. This topic has been around, and somewhere where it shows up is on Naomi Chambers' blog, which is probably my favorite blog, by the way, ever. And the question was like, what would you rather do? Would you rather learn 100 languages at a very shallow level, or say 15 languages at like a low conversational level, or learn like 3 or 4 languages where you have the ability to read academic texts and stuff and speak at a higher level? I think it's an interesting issue because you know what I mean. Basically what everybody wants is to learn a whole bunch of languages to like a native speaker level, but it's not possible just because of the amount of time required. Now here's an example for you. Here's something I like to call metaphor. Alright? Basically, think about places in the world where people have a large number of languages as a native languages. The best place I came up with was North Africa. Alright? Let's think about somewhere like, I don't know, Morocco, for example. Alright? So, you grew up speaking Arabic. Like, everybody speaks Arabic in Morocco. That's the main language. Okay? And we're talking about a kid growing up from like 0 to 13 before they reach puberty, so they can acquire the language naturally, right? So you're growing up in Morocco, okay? And you're speaking Arabic because that's the language that's spoken around you outside all the time, okay? Also, let's say you have like a Berber nanny, because there's the Berber people's there and they speak the Berber languages. So you speak Arabic, Berber, the colonial language is French, probably get exposure to that. And then let's say you learn English at a school or something, okay? So that's 4 languages right there. But also let's say your parents, your dad speaks Russian, your mom is from Germany, right? So what's this? 6 languages, okay? And this potentially, depending on, there's a lot of other factors that go on with kids and stuff as far as they accept or reject a language, and as far as how they feel about it. We can talk about that too, but that's off the point, alright? So they learn 6 languages as a native languages, as a high level of functioning and fluency, maybe read or write, whatever. But that's 6 languages. Okay, now you look at guys like, a good example for me is Richard. Okay, Richard Simcott. Like, he's the guy that impresses me the most as far as languages and ability to speak. He speaks all European languages, okay? That's one thing. But he speaks them very fluently and very effortlessly, not without grammatical errors, like everybody. But that's like 16 languages in his video. The guy's like Luca, okay, from Italy. He speaks probably like 8 or 9 or 10 or something. It's much more than 6. But the thing is, it's because these guys study those languages. They didn't acquire them naturally. And now, I guess my point is, if you like languages, like we do, okay, like what are you going to do after you pass puberty and you have to study a language to learn it, when you can no longer really acquire it naturally unless you're a language savant? Like guys like, dare I say chezrocksall? I just said it, alright? But there's other people out there that are the same way, like a little bit retarded, but they learn languages naturally past puberty, okay? Now, I mean, basically, I drew a little picture like this, alright? If you can see, this is my picture. Many languages at a shallow level, or a few languages at a deep level. And it basically comes down to something that Professor Arguelles has said before about time management and something that Moses has said before about motivation. So regardless, I mean, the goal is to have this one deep down here, but that involves time management and motivation. I direct all the viewers to see Professor Arguelles' video on time management, and Moses Mcormick has several videos, at least one or two, on motivation. So that was the point of this video. Many languages to a shallow level, or a few languages to a deep level. What are you going to do past puberty? How are you going to manage your time and stay motivated? Which goes into what I said before about classroom language learning, or independent, or immersion. That's all I got for today.